Sorry about that, guys. There was a blackout, just for like a second or two. I'm gonna resume my video. I was actually explaining Hornet. Like I was saying, common counters, use MST, finish chain thing that I told about, I just talked about. And, just be careful about, just play around this card as much as possible. Use torrential tribute when the insectors come in, or when you common thing that you can do is actually MST the first Hornet equipped to the Dragonfly, force the Dragonfly effect. Dragonfly summons a Centipede or another Hornet, torrential, both gone, and you can move on with your life. Hopefully, if he doesn't have Monster Reborn, right? All right, well, let's move on to the next card. Caius, the Shadow Monarch. Fiend, 1400 attack. This is actually the most powerful monarch of them all, and it's actually one of the most powerful monarchs against us, cause we're a slow deck. We're sometimes a slow deck. We have a slow setup, and we allow monarchs to also set up on us. So chances are just gonna go Caius. Oh, I forgot another one on Rice. Yeah. These are the two most dangerous threats on the Monarch deck right now. Caius, he removes our Dark Soul, he removes our Ember's Blade, and we can never get it back again unless it's by Levier. So yeah, it's a really powerful card right now. It hits for 2400, not exactly a little number to talk about either. So really, be careful about this card. If you're going against frogs, chances are he has it in the hand. Try to predict it as much as possible. Common counters to use against Caius. Torrential Tribute is actually one of the best ones. As soon as Caius hits the field and he targets your Dark Soul, Torrential Tribute, they're going to both go into the graveyard and you can activate your Dark Soul effect. Use it even on Ember's Blade. It's better to put the Ember's Blade in the graveyard than to remove from Playstone, so you can get it back with Fall Troll later. Alright? Also, you get rid of that big threat, 2400 hitting your face every turn. So, Torrential Tribute is actually one of the best things. To Effect Bait is the other one. Fiendish Chain, another good counter against Caius the Shadow Monarch. But yeah, this card is really powerful against x-sabers. Really watch out for it. Don't play with this guy. This guy means, he means business when he gets in the field. Risa is also just as powerful, and sometimes even more powerful, because Risa can actually stun our deck to the extent that he puts the same card on the top of the library. On the top of the deck every single turn, or at least every single time the opponent uses Risa, and that's gonna slow the fuck down of us. It's like, especially when we don't have any other cards in hand, like we just depending on that Dark Soul, depending on that. So best counters against Risa, again, same thing. Effect Baiter, Fiendish Chain, Torrential Tribute. Better to have him in the graveyard than to have it in the top of the deck or in the banished zone. So yeah, those are the common counters against Risa and Caius the Shadow Monarch. Aside from that, DD Crow, the Treeborn Frog. Don't let the Treeborn Frog get into the way. Like, you see Treeborn Frog, just DD Crow it to hell and don't let it come back. Alright, so these two cards, Soul Drain and Skill Drain. Soul Drain is actually a new card that's coming in Return of the Duelist. Now, Soul Drain is really good against us because Soul Drain negates Dark Soul being activated in the graveyard and also negates Ember's Blade being activated in the graveyard. And that's basically GG against us, And then Skill Drain is also GG against us because it negates Cerebellum, it negates Full Knight, it negates Fall Troll. It basically makes our deck a bunch of 1300 attack vanillas, or 1600 attack vanillas, or 2400 attack vanillas, and we can only be so tough. Chances are that a skill drain deck is using stuff like Grapha, which is a 3K beater under Gates of Dark World that keeps coming back as soon as you kill him. Chances are that skill drain is using Beast King Barbaros, is also a 3K beater that can be equipped with Horn of the Phantom Beast. Chances are that a skill drain deck is using stuff like Malefics, like Malefic Cyber Dragon, 4K beater, under skill drain that can allow other people to attack as well, since it's under skill drain. It's tough. It's really tough. Common counters against skill drain: Trap Stun, Forbidden Lands, MST, Night Shot, Dust Tornado, You know, just get rid of this thing as soon as possible. It can really cripple your game. It can really cripple your push. So really, you know, just get rid of this, you know, as soon as possible. You know, and also Soul Drain. You know, it's gonna really fuck you up. Spirit Reaper. All right. Well, why is Spirit Reaper a counter against us? Well, you know, basically any monster that cannot be destroyed by battle is a really hard monster to get across in x-saber deck, since unlike Gladiator Beast, we don't have any inherent ways to destroy monsters that can't be destroyed by battle. You know, for example, Gladiator Beast has more medio. We don't have a more medio. We just have, you know, we heavily depend on attacking the opponent. You know, there's no other way we can win. Well, you know, aside from, you know, emptying the hand. But yeah, Spirit Reaper honestly is a really big wall that we have to get rid of as soon as possible. I recommend using stuff like Forbidden Lance. Don't use Book of Moon. Book of Moon is just going to put him face down. It's not going to destroy him. Use stuff like Smashing Ground, Soul Taker. You know, stuff that targets him and just destroys him immediately. You know, get rid of him as soon as possible, because your opponent is going to be capitalizing on Spirit Reaper, blocking his ass every single turn, and just adding cards to his hand, until he has a full hand and he can go on a full push against you. So get rid of Spirit Reaper as soon as possible, and yeah, just get rid of him. Alright, Snowman Eater, another card that, like Spirit Reaper, is used as a floater. You know, so first of all, Snowman Eater is very dangerous for one big reason: 1900 defense. That thing right there forces our Faltro to attack over Snowman Eater. And then guess who's gonna guess who Snowman Eater's gonna target? Faltro. We lose the Faltro. GG right there. Boom. You know, so yeah, you know, just be careful with Snowman Eater when you attack with him. Don't be that. You know, be very careful. You know, ways to go, you know, against Snowman Eater is actually very hard to predict this guy. Usually, because Snowman Eater is used in the side deck option, but you know, decks that use Snowman Eater as a side deck are Insectors, Rabbit, Heroes. Sometimes even we use it as a side deck option. I've seen people use this as a side deck. Dark World uses it sometimes. You know, because it's level 3 as well, so you can make rank 3s very easily. Wind-ups use this too, because it's rank 3. So yeah, expect that. Christia, oh my god, this thing is God against us. You know, it's like God's wrath just descended upon us. You know, 28 freaking beater that can't allow any special summons whatsoever. And if we kill him, he just goes back to the deck. And if he has a Valhalla the Fall, he's gonna summon it again, and he's gonna keep beating our ass every single time. And just to add to that, he's light, so if we actually get to have a monster big enough to go over him, chances are he has an honest, he's gonna blow your ass. Archlord Christia, best way to deal with him: Bottomless Trap Pull, Torrential Tribute, just remove him as much as possible. Stuff like Smashing Ground, make him attack over you and use Forbidden Lance in the damage step. You know, just get rid of this guy as soon as possible. Oh my god, this guy's just too tough. You know, like as soon as this guy gets in the field, chances are it's GG, because you know your hand is stuck and there's no way around it unless you have stuff like Dark Hole or Smashing Ground. You know, and the thing is, you know, you can't go Dark Hole Monster Reborn on this guy, because as soon as you destroy him, he's gonna go back to the deck. Now, that's the plus thing. You know, you can actually use that to your favor and lock your opponent into a Christia. You know, and then chances are he may not be able to summon Christia again next turn if you destroy his Valhalla, or you make sure that he doesn't have enough fairies in the graveyard. You know, just keep Christia there. You know, lock the Christia, and chances are you're actually gonna beat your opponent with his own card. But you know, yeah, have stuff ready, like Go Time, stuff like Smashing Ground, Soul Taker are really amazing cards to make Christia, you know, just not as powerful. But this thing is really, really pretty powerful against us. It's one of the biggest threats against x-sabers, and it's just because it's just a huge beat stick that doesn't allow any more special summons. Really good. Horn of the Phantom Beast, you know, that's actually one of the biggest threats on TGs right now. TGs are just like us. They search each other, with like the Dark Souls. And then to add that, they actually use this a lot. And TG Stun, aside from all the traps they have, like Dimensional Prison and all that stuff, this guy's in the mix too. And the thing is that this guy only appears in the damage step, and it's really hard to counter with an MST or something. So you really gotta be careful when going against TGs. Play carefully, play defensively. Try to go for a 1-for-1. If you can go, like, if they destroy a Dark Soul with a Horn of the Phantom Beast, then it's okay, because they got one card, you're gonna get one. But if they destroy an Ember's Blade or a Bogart Knight, that's even worse. It's like you're gonna be losing advantage really fast. So you gotta be very careful about this card. Ways to predict it, chances are if they have a face-up attack position, chances are they have a Horn of Phantom Beast, or they may have a Findy's Change or something like that. Wait a minute, sorry, it's like, yeah, let me see that there. Alright. Yen. I'm gonna stop it right here because I need to get I need to get another charger. I'm actually running low on battery, but yeah, I'm trying to finish this as soon as possible. Okay, let's go with Envoy. Envoy is actually another tough card. Actually, he's the strongest Chaos monster right now. And the thing about Envoy is that he can not only banish he can banish any type of monster. It's not like Chaos Sorcerer, he can only banish face up. Now, Chaos Sorcerer is also really good against us because he can make a really good comeback against us. If we deplete his hand, he top deck a Sorcerer, he goes to the Sorcerer, banishes our only, face up x-saber, and well, they're gone. But common counters against both of these, Gaunt's Eco is actually a really good counter against these, but because they're gonna choose a target, you Gaunt's Eco, you +2 off that, you lose a monster, it's okay, but then you have 2 monsters there, 2 x-sabers for a false or push next turn, and they can attack. Also common counters against Black Luster Sword and Chaos Sorcerer, Bottomless Trap Pool, Torrential Tribute, Effect Baiter, Phoenix Chain, the works. Let's go a little bit with the Black Wings. In Black Wings, the only 3 problematic cards right now are Shura, Icarus Attack, and Delta Crow. Kalut can be in there, I don't consider him that much. But yeah, he could, man. If combined with Ashura, he could be a threat. In Black Wings, well, you gotta watch out for Shura, because Shura is gonna plus off your Dark Souls, and immediately. And chances are he can, back in the day when Trishula was legal, Black Wings would just go attack with Shura, get another level 4, flip the Bayou, or, just get Bayou, then go into, special summon a Bora, and go into a Trishula right there and remove any card, remove the Dark Soul in the graveyard, remove a monster in the field, and remove a card in my hand. So, yeah, it was very dangerous back then. It's still dangerous just now, Black Wings just plus off everywhere. The other number 1 public enemy is Icarus Attack. Icarus Attack is a freaking deadly card against us. Sometimes even very hard to predict. You're just like, did you use it at the right moment? It's like Icarus Attack is like a torrential tribute in Black Wings, against us. It's just that powerful. You summon 2 monsters, you're gonna do Icarus Attack. Remember, X-sabers need 2 monsters on the field to make their push, to start their push. And Icarus Attack, guess what it says? Destroy 2 targets on the field. So, yeah, as soon as we get 2 monsters on the field, Icarus Attack, it's go bye-bye, Fall Troll stuck in hand, nothing we can do about it. So, yeah, Icarus Attack is a very dangerous card. Common counters against it, Night Shot, MST, before doing a push. Always try to be playing 1 card on the field. Never try to play 2 cards on the field, especially back row when Icarus Attack is there. Don't try to play Gaunt's Eco face down. It's gonna die to Icarus Attack. Play Gaunt's Eco as a chainable. And just be very careful with this card around. Trap Stun's good against Icarus Attack if they used it against you. Like, don't go Trap Stun and then use your play unless Trap Stun is the only card in the field. Try to wait for the Icarus, read the Icarus. As soon as they go Icarus, Trap Stun, and they actually lost 2 cards. Plus, they're going to lose a lot more because if they have any other trap cards, you go Heal and Lay and just blow that shit up. Delta Crows is actually one very surprise card against us, because sometimes, you know, I used to, back in the True Nade format, I actually set a lot of cards, and Deltracro was a really good card because they would just go in the end phase. Deltracro, boom, you know, you just lost all your back row. So, you know, this card is now not as good, you know, because it's heavy, but it's still a really surprise card that some Blackwing players play every now and then. You really got to watch out for it. Ways to play again around Deltracro. Deltracro requires a Blackwing monster on the field to activate. So, you know, if you see a Blackwing there, just pop it. That's also a good counter against the Icarus attack. You know, it sometimes even forces Icarus attack if you go smashing in a Blackwing or something. So yeah. Then we go into Necro Valley, you know, and the Gravekeepers. Yeah, these guys. Oh my God, Necro Valley. This thing is, you know, just balls against us because it doesn't allow us to, you know, target cards in the graveyard. We can't use Godam's Call, we can't use Fall Troll, we can't use Fulham Knight's effect. It's really frustrating. I mean, yeah, Ember's Blade activates and all that stuff, but that's it. You know, common counters we can use against Necro Valley, Hyunlei, but the thing is that, you know, we can use Hyunlei, but they're going to use Starlight Road. MSD, well, you know, MSD is always the best counter against this card, honestly, you know. Gravekeepers, chances are they're going to be playing Starlight Road. They play Starlight Road a lot, sometimes even 2 to 3 copies. I've seen people with 3 copies. Yes, that's nasty. But yeah, Necro Valley, try to be, you know, very careful with your Hyunlei plays. Chances are they're going to Solemn Warning the Hyunlei, you know, or Effect Baiter the Hyunlei. But try to, you know, blow this thing as soon as possible. MSD is the best solution always. It's going to force the Solemn Judgment. So, MSD this thing, and that's it. Okay, and then Royal Tribute. Damn, this card first turn, it might cripple your entire hand, and it's GG from there. Especially when you have Fall Trolls in hand. I mean, if you have, a good recovery card from this is Pot of Avarice. Especially if they did a 5 Royal Tribute card the first turn. A 5 monster hand. If you had a 5 monster hand and they Royal Tributed it, you know, well, you can Pot of Avarice recover from it. But aside from that, it's honestly one of the, you know, toughest cards to predict in Gravekeepers. It can come out of nowhere. You know, just be careful. Try to, you know, as soon as you see a Necro Valley, just try to, you know, MST it as soon as possible. Get rid of it, and you shouldn't have any problems with this card. You know. And then Descendant. The thing with Descendant is that he's not really that, you know, he's not that big of a threat. But what makes him dangerous is his popping effect. You know, just tribute a Gravekeeper and pop this, pop that, pop this, pop that. So, yeah, be very careful about this guy. Use common counters like Vader, Fiendish Chain. If he pops a Dark Soul, let it go. He lost a monster. He lost a monster in the process, and you gain a monster back. So, basically, you plus, he didn't. But, yeah, the thing about Descendant is, you know, if you have a face down Ember's Blade, then he's dangerous. You know, so I recommend Bottomless. If you have no other choice, Torrential. Effect Baiter, always wait for him to pay the cost, then go Veiler, so they can minus. But yeah, Bravery Descendant, other than that, he's not that big of a threat. Next 3 cards are 3 very dangerous cards against us, because they plus off our deaths instantly. The first one, numero uno, Jurak Waiba. This thing is, damn, this thing is deadly. When I go against Dino Rabbit, I'm always watching out for this guy. As soon as this guy is like Solemn Warning, Bottomless, I don't know, whatever the fuck I have to do, this guy's going down as soon as I see him. Because, you know, the thing is, Jurak Waiba, as soon as he runs over an Ember's Blade, or runs over a Dark Soul, it's another Jurak Waiba overlay into Dolkor Elagia, and boom. So yeah, chances are when you see a Jurak Waiba, Effect Baiter immediately, Bombless immediately, Fiendish Chain immediately, Torrential immediately, do whatever you have to do to get this fucker out of the way, because he's gonna plus off you and get one of the most powerful XYCs in the field in main phase 2. Same thing goes for Flamebell Fire Dog. He plus off, and not only that, the Fire Dog can actually attack, I think. Yeah, he can actually attack. And Flamebell Fire Dog gets tuners in the grave and in the battle phase. I mean, he gets tuners like Flamebell Magician, which can go into level 8, or it can go Flambeau Baby, or something like that, or even Fire Monster like, you know, Laval Handmaiden, which is level 1 tuner. Then could go 5-star into Catastor or TG Hyper Librarian. So yeah, be very careful with Flambeau Fire Dog. And finally, the #1 public enemy going in the mirror match, Fulham Knight. Full Knight, Full Knight, Full Knight. You know, no, it's a mirror match. This is the most powerful card in the mirror match, Full Knight, because you're gonna be basically attacking your face downs every turn, and Full Knight's gonna be plussing. So, you know, #1 target when your opponent uses Golem's Eco, steal the Full Knight. Use the Full Knight. I've won games where I run no Full Knights, and I used my opponent's Full Knight, and I won because of that. So yeah. Capitalize on Full Knight in the mirror match. He's the #1 most powerful card in the mirror match is Full Knight. This thing is just balls. You know, it's like he pluses off everywhere, pluses. The second most powerful card in the mirror match, Golem's Eco, because it can take away the x-sabers from the other opponent. But yeah, #1, Full Knight. And then finally, last two cards. Forgot. I wanted to discuss Dolka. Actually, let me see. Wait, sorry about that. I'm writing Dolka. Yeah, Dolka. Evolcer Dolka. Yeah, Dolka's really powerful. I mean, I don't consider lag yet that much, but Dolka, yes, Dolka is honestly a very tough monster to beat. The reason is because he can negate 2 effects, and we rely a lot on effects. How to get over a Dolka? Just, you know, summon Fall Troll, run over him. Other ways to get around Dolka is Smashing Ground, Soul Taker. You know, I honestly don't recommend using those because they're Forbidden Lands. I also don't recommend attacking directly with Fall Troll unless you have some kind of, you know, insurance like double Fall Troll. But yeah, you know, try to get rid of this guy as soon as possible before using effects. He's really tough. You know, it's not good negating effects. He actually can even lock you down with your own Ember's Blades. Like if you set Ember's Blade, your opponent knows he has it. You have Ember's Blades. You can go into Dolka, attack into your Ember's Blade, negate the Ember's Blade, and you lost the card. So he can even negate Dark Souls. So yeah, be very careful with Dolka. You know, as soon as you see him, try to get rid of him as soon as possible. And that's it. You know, just get rid of him. Smashing Ground, Soul Taker, Dark Hole. Run over him with Fall Troll. He's 2300. That's the good thing about it. So, set. And finally, the last card, Catastor. Yeah, Allied Justice Catastor. Allied Justice Catastor is very dangerous against us because he destroys anything that's not dark, and most x-sabers are earth. How do you get rid of a Catastor? You can use Smashing Ground, Soul Taker. You can go into your own Catastor and, you know, run over it. You can use stuff like Dark Hole. You can even use stuff like Cyber Dragon. You special summon a Cyber Dragon, and you go into Chimera Tech with Catastor because he's a machine, and you get rid of him, and you get a 2k beater in the process. But yeah, Catastor, get rid of him with Bottomless, you know, Torrential Tribute, you know, common, you know, Solemn Warning, you know. But, you know, this card, when he hits the field, is actually a very powerful card. He's got to get rid of as soon as possible, because he's going to be destroying your x-sabers one by one. You know, and it's sometimes when this card is played at the right moment, it might be even BGG, like right there. So be careful about Catastor. Just try to get rid of him as soon as possible. Alright, well, that's it for all the common counters of x-sabers. Part 2, that's really one of the longest videos I've made, but I've hoped that with all the counters I've done here, that I've covered anything you might face, whether it's meta or it's rogue, for the current format right now, and any past formats. I hope this has helped you a lot, and to the next video, Dueling Like a Swordsman, One Who Simulations here. See you guys in the next video.